So when Garmin came out with their original Garmin Enduro, one of the primary goals was to make it as light as possible. And one of the things that helped that goal was coming out with their UltraFit band, which is basically this super comfortable, nice and stretchy nylon band, which works really great for sports because it's light, it's breathable, has a nice customizable fit to it, and it has a nice amount of stretch that makes it both comfortable as well as secure on the wrist. And I know it may sound a little bit silly to talk about weight when we're talking about just watch bands, but there's actually about a 20-gram difference between their 26mm QuickFit silicone band and their 26mm UltraFit band. And when you're talking about watches that are getting close to like 100 grams in weight, that weight actually can make a difference. And their UltraFit band, it really is my favorite Garmin band. And I should also add that it's quite durable. So this is the Enduro 2 that I have right here. And this watch lived on my wrist for probably around 2 years. And this original UltraFit band is still in some great shape. But Garmin wanted to make it better, and they quietly just updated it with this new version, which makes it even more secure and more convenient to use. But not only that, if you watch my original Enduro 2 and my Enduro 2 reviews, my biggest complaint about the UltraFit band, it only came in the largest 26mm size, but that changes today. The new UltraFit band is now available in all 3 QuickFit sizes. And I also wanted to mention really quick that it's not just Garmin Enduros, Phoenixes, or their Epics lineups that are QuickFit band compatible and actually work with these bands. There's actually quite a few other watches that accept these, like their Instinct range, the Forerunner 965, the 955, the 945 and 945 LTE, the 745, their Tactic series, the Descent series, as well as their Approach golf watches, and a few others. Basically, just go to Garmin.com and check the spec sheet on your watch to see if it's QuickFit band compatible. And if it is, you should be able to use one of these new UltraFit bands. So for these new bands, they don't have an official name for these updated versions or anything like that. So they're still just calling them an UltraFit band, but I'm just calling them the like V2 or version 2 just for the sake of this video. And if you take a look at the photos on their website, it's super hard to tell the difference, but how you can tell is that the new bands only have one plastic end versus the originals that have a plastic end cap on each end. So the first big difference is how they actually attach to the case, which is why the new band only has one end cap. And the reason they did this is for more security as well as more adjustability. So with the original UltraFit, you would insert either end of the band on the inside of the case. But with these new bands, you'll actually slide the end without the cap through one side first from the outside of the case, and then loop it over to the other side, again, threading it from the outside in. And then from here, you can just go ahead and start adjusting it to your liking, and then there you go. So how does this actually lead to better security and adjustability? So first off, there's only one side of the band now that's on the outside, so there's less of a chance of catching an end. With the original, since it has 2 ends on the outside, there's 2 chances of it catching on something. And another thing is that the inside contact point has additional pressure on the hook and loop closure, so that's also more secure. And another thing related to security though is that this new end cap is now thicker and also more durable, and what you'll notice here is that it can't actually be pulled through the watch pin. With the originals, if one side were to accidentally detach, it could actually pull through the case. And now that can't really happen with this new larger end cap, and it also should be a little bit more durable. And another improvement they made are with the Velcro-like hook and loops, where they're now a bit thicker, and they also said that they should provide a more secure connection. And you can actually tell they are a bit thicker because they're just a bit harder to get through the watch pins than the originals. And then when it comes to convenience and adjustability, with this new design, it can fit even larger wrists, and it's also more convenient to get on and off. So with the original, when I needed to take it off, I'd loosen one end, and at that point, it would kind of barely be large enough to go over my hand, and it'd just kind of be easier to loosen the other end to get it off. With this new version and how there's only one outer adjustment, it allows for a much bigger loop when you open it, so it's much easier to get on and off. The trick though to this is just to make sure that you adjust it so you have a good amount of overlap on the outside of the band. And another thing in regards to adjustability is that with the new straps, you won't have this sort of awkward dead zone that can happen where the 2 ends of the straps could overlap in such a way where you're not getting completely secure contact. And in terms of the size range, I did my best to just kind of measure them all up, so I'll just go ahead and show those on the screen right now, but these could differ just slightly depending on your particular watch. Oh, and then for one quick little bonus section too, if you have a watch that didn't come with a QuickFit band originally, but is still QuickFit band compatible, I thought I'd just go ahead and do a quick demo of how you detach your original band so you can just use one of these straps. So if you have something like a Forerunner 965 or 955, what you have to do is use a watch pin tool to remove the pin from the case. Then you just slide the pin out of the band and then reinsert the pin. And after that, there you go. You can use one of these new UltraFit bands. And then if you have something like a Garmin Instinct 2 or Instinct Crossover, all you have to do here is just use something like a paper clip to push right here on the outside of the case on the pin, and then just slide out the band, reinsert the pin, and there you go. Now, some of you may be curious about third-party bands and what I think of those, but there are just tons and tons of those out there, and it would just kind of be impossible to test each and every one of those. And I'm sure there are some good options out there, but I'm more of an official watch band kind of guy, and the only reason for this is that I did have a third-party QuickFit band that I purchased way back in the day where the screws actually came loose from the connection point and my watch kind of went flying. Maybe it was kind of a one-off experience and that's different now, but for me, these are expensive watches and spending $40 to $50 versus $20 for an official band is worth it for me. Anyhow, that's just a quick little video I wanted to do about Garmin's new UltraFit band, but be on the lookout for a very busy September of lots more videos. So make sure to subscribe and also turn that little notification bell on. In the meantime, have fun out there and we will see you in the next video.